Hi, my name is Ava. I'm going to introduce you to the Basecamp Garmin app. Basecamp is an application associated with Garmin GPS devices to create roadbooks and share them with your fellow travelers. In this fourth tutorial, we will first see how to create 2 routes, or more, on a single list. Indeed, it may be wise to share not only one version of a route, but at least 2, to give your fellow travelers an alternative of choice on a single list.
Gorge du Verdon.
In our example, how to proceed. First, you must duplicate the route you want to modify. Right-click on the sublist,
Gorge du Verdon.
in our example, then in the context menu that appears, select the line, Duplicate. A second sublist appears below the first, named by default.
Gorge du Verdon 1.
Now, we are going to create a return option, different from the initial itinerary, without, for the moment, modifying it directly. To do this, with a mouse pointer, select in the toolbar, Creation Tools section, the tool, Create a Route, seen in Tutorial 2, in the new window generated. Check that in the Map tab. The latest version of the City Navigator Europe map is selected. Close this window. I'm going to create a new return section for the route. To make things easier, I'm going to choose a common route point with the original route, Montferrat, in our example. I chose the last portion of the return as it was common with the start of the route. I close the plot by clicking on the hand tool. We are going to merge this new portion of the route with the original route duplicating. That is to say, the subfile,
Gorge du Verdon 1.
double-click on it in the generated window. Bring up the path point, Montferrat. Select without dropping the sublist generated by the modification plot, that is to say, the third sublist. Move the mouse pointer just below the path point, Montferrat, and release the mouse. In the window, a gray list appeared, the new portion added. Select one of the 2 track points, Montferrat, then delete it with the keyboard key, backspace. Repeat this operation with one of the last 2 plot points,
Route des Plages 73.
Close the window so that Basecamp merges the 2 tracks. Select the new route created,
Gorge du Verdon 1.
in our example. You can see now that it has been modified in its final part. The return. Select the portion of the path created for the merge and delete it. So, we have 2 tracks, differentiated on their final part. Change the color of one of them. Double-click in the generated window. Select the tab, Info, then pull down the color menu, and choose one. Therefore, their location on the map is facilitated. You can now create with Basecamp at least 2 different routes associated with a list, and modify a route using the merge method. It is also possible to modify a route by simply moving the existing route points or the route itself. But this method is only relevant, in my opinion, only for short modifications, in cases where few roads, paths, etc. are present on the map. Do not forget, in fact, our preference for the calculation method, shortest time, in the Route Definitions tab, seen in Tutorial 1. We have just seen that there are 3 methods of modifying a route: moving the route point, the route itself, and merging a portion of the route. It's up to you to choose the one that suits you best, but don't forget, in any case, to check the entire route, seen in Tutorial 3. We will see in the next tutorial, among other things, important details when modifying a route concerning the displacement of the waypoints. Here, this 4th tutorial is finished. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Thank you for your attention.